When the Arthur family of San Diego ate fresh organic strawberries, they never imagined they would get sick. But that's exactly what happened. David, Michelle, and their 16-year-old daughter were all infected with hepatitis A.
Fortunately, the mother and the daughter, a minor, got less sick. The father was so sick he was hospitalized with extremely high liver numbers, which caused the doctors to be monitoring him as to whether or not he might need a liver transplant.
He's out of the hospital now, but is still suffering the effects of the illness.
There's the risk of a relapse, which can happen. So, even people who are hospitalized and are home now are not completely out of the woods.
The CDC and FDA have linked dozens of illnesses to a grower in Mexico that sells the strawberries under the names Fresh Campo and HEB Organics. Marler has filed a lawsuit on behalf of the San Diego family and others against the Mexican grower and the California-based distributor Meridian Fine Foods, which owns the brand.
20 of them have been hospitalized. And hospitalization means that they're sick enough that they're being monitored for liver failure. Liver failure can cause death, or in the best scenario, may well cause you to have a liver transplant.
Marler says it only takes a small amount of the virus on the food to make people sick.
The problem is that it is contaminated with a human fecal virus, which isn't that pleasant to think about. That can cause, extreme illness.
While many are hesitant to eat strawberries after this outbreak, Marler says this virus is only limited to these brands. Robin Ukigawa, the manager of the Carlsbad Strawberry Company, says her family has been growing strawberries for decades and takes pride in how they're grown.
We adhere to very strict policies in how they're grown, and especially use clean, fresh water.
She says having families come and pick berries themselves serves two purposes. One is for fun, the other, education.
It's really important that people should educate and know where their produce and fruit and vegetables are and how they're grown.
We reached out to Fresh Campo and Meridian Fine Foods. They declined an interview but sent us a statement that reads in part, "Our hearts go out to everyone who was affected by the May 2022 hepatitis A contamination associated with fresh organic strawberries. We, unfortunately, cannot address the specific issues in the case because it's under litigation." Marler says there is something you can do to avoid getting sick.
The good thing is that it's the only foodborne illness that is vaccine preventable.
He also says lawsuits aimed at holding companies accountable are the most effective way to prevent future outbreaks. Kitty Alvarado, KPBS News.